Disclaimer: the following Boundless PodTrap episode contains strong opinions that some listeners may and will find offensive. If you cannot accept or respect others with a differing opinion from yours, then fuck off.
Rolling sound.
I like turtles.
Alrighty. Let me see your war face.
Now, y'all ain't planning on fucking these chickens, are you?
Picture it. Sicily, 1920.
Aren't we fucking funny?
Streaming from the Midwest, right in the middle of the U.S. From Omaha, Nebraska, you're listening to the Boundless PodTrap, your entertainment podcast where we touch on all topics, from the crazy and absurd to the sacred and profane, and even the useless and unnecessary. The Boundless PodTrap knows no bounds. And now, here are your hosts.
What's happening, everybody?
What's happening?
What Yo, this is our 2022 year in review podcast. The end of the year podcast is going to be coming out in the beginning of 2023.
Hell yeah, it makes perfect sense.
Which means that we're going to take, 4 or 5 months before we get in the habit of writing 2023 for most people.
I just can't wait for 2-2 to be over.
2-2?
Yeah, we
Why?
can say 2022.
Do you have an issue with the way it rolls off your face?
Yeah, because I didn't like 2020
also.
I didn't like 2020, so the fact that I have to go through a
Nobody
sequel
liked
of it.
2020. It's COVID.
Whereas Jeremy says it, he goes 2020, 2022, 20. Like those W's, he does not flack on those W's. 20.
Mox recently started calling them dubbaboos.
Dubbaboos.
Makes me happy.
Dubbaboos?
Dubbaboos.
That's kind of cool.
Oh, your son. I was thinking John Moxley. I was like, what? You got hit too hard in the face or what?
That's what happens.
Dubbaboo.
Well, I just got back into town yesterday, so I'm still kind of, you got that money. Paco actually paid for everything, so
He
that was
does.
cool.
He's good about
I met
it.
up with him in Minnesota, Mall of America.
Minnesota.
Yeah. So that was fun. Took the family out, stayed at the hotel.
And you came home with all of them, too.
Yep. That's actually one of the most successful things that I've done this year is,
Remember your kids?
yes, survived. Yeah, everything. I
Lonnie
guess.
has a halls in.
Sorry.
As you guys will
I
see.
do,
that-
yeah.
I can hear it.
Honey lemon flavor. Not because I'm sick, because I have new medication that
This
gives
is
me the
called-
coffees.
Preventative maintenance. He's not trying to be remedial.
Yeah,
He's-
and I just had an Oreo popsicle because I'm a fat fuck.
And
And I stole a brownie off a table.
He did,
I did
because
too.
he is also a fat fuck.
Yeah, this is true.
said fat fuck.
3/4 of the
How much-
people in this room are in fact fat fucks.
How much do you weigh now?
I don't know.
You're about to go with 2?
It's 2 something.
Oh, okay.
230 maybe?
All right. So I am right under you then. 230? You're not 230.
Maybe.
I hugged you before.
Gross.
Like I said, I was 265, then went down to 202. Now I'm back up to 2.
Did you say 265?
Yeah.
No.
At my heaviest when I was with that bitch. Which
I hate that
Which
bitch.
we'll discuss actually here later in a bit.
Did you have interactions with her this year?
No.
Okay. So 2022 was a good year for you.
2020
I
part
did see
2.
her sister the other day. But her hot.
So that's
And
funny.
not the one that I'm friends with.
So you went way down and then back up. I did the same thing. I went from way high to pretty low to back up to obese, but still, because I'm not very big. So I went from 230 to 165. Now I'm back up to 180.
Jeez. Yeah, I usually stay around the 15-pound mark from 180, 195 or so.
Yeah.
I think I've only broke 200 once, but
It's all muscle.
I do a lot of converting. Right now, it's kind of in the fat zone, but I got to get back on track. It's the holidays. The holidays kind of suck for this because I eat everything. I've probably had 3 of your cookies that you brought in.
Yeah, that's true. I have too.
Yeah.
I'm like Jonah Hill. I just keep fluctuating up and down. Every time you see me, I'm a different weight. So.
Depending on what role you have.
Yeah.
Shapeshifter. Well, as you guys would notice here that we're also missing Jeremy again, so we're going to have to sub in. And who wants to hoe first?
Ho!
See, it doesn't work.
Fucking stop
damn
it.
It didn't work.
I don't care. It's the.
Oh, sorry. I thought we were still talking about my ex.
Get on that.
You're definitely not talking like Jeremy now.
Yeah, right.
There's a
We're going back and forth there. We're going back and
pass
forth.
it back.
Movie podcast.
Guys,
we're going at
save
it.
some for me.
Oh man. So anyway,
How was your past few weeks? Your holidays? What are you doing? What have you done?
Mahalo. Hanukkah just passed. That was disappointing as always.
Shalom.
Yeah, nothing's as fun as getting 8 shitty gifts opposed as one great one, you Christmas fuckers.
hey, we'll talk about that in a bit.
You can.
Yeah, that's true. No, the holidays are always great around our house. This is the first year Mox got to really experience Santa Claus, and we found him like an autistic specialist Santa, where they set a special block of time off where no one else is present. It's just the specific Santa who has.
They already have that. That's called the last of the line.
Fuck you. But it's like they set it's a
called
sensory
Crossroads.
it's a sensory specific room where it's just the family and Santa and then one person who takes pictures or does calming things, and there's no other children, there's no other distractions, where he just sits with when you have your select amount of time and just makes it as comfortable as possible.
Gotcha.
And since this was his first
cool, yeah.
really knowledgeable experience with Santa, kind of wanted to create those memories of lasting it not being freaky. So we had that booked, and then made the mistake of going to the Children's Museum when they were having their Santa Day, and their Santa just fucking bursting out of the fucking chimneys. Oh, I'm Santa! And he's fucking terrified. Like, great.
It's like,
I'm
I
glad
wonder
we
what
did
he
this
sees.
first.
He probably sees like this huge figure just like coming at him.
Right? Like, I give you gifts. No, but the special needs Santa was fantastic. And was
Yeah, it sounds
like
cool.
almost brought a tear to my eye a couple different times. Just he was so smooth and so like everything he did was so like calculated to like
Is that labeled right? The special needs Santa?
I don't know what it terms.
Special need assisted, or I don't know.
The special trained for children of needed care, I guess.
That sounds
But that
way
was
more
fantastic.
I know.
complicated than what you said. So
Right.
we're just gonna go with what you said. Originally.
Yeah, so did that.
Special needs Santa sounds like something Jeremy would write. Continue.
Do we need to give John CPR? He's turning pretty red.
Jeez, man. Jeez, god damn it.
Wow.
I only say that because he's not going to listen to this.
We're testing him.
This will be the one episode he listens to.
He's going to be like, can you take that out?
Shit.
I deleted that story.
Can't see.
Anyways, sorry.
Yeah.
Continue.
Other than that, no, it's been nice. It's been nice. Yeah.
Gotcha. He's usually pretty good about like most public places though, right?
No, not at all.
No?
No.
As far as like, what is his?
He hates people worse than I do.
All right. And you hate a lot of people.
I don't like people at all. He's less shy about vocalizing it.
Gotcha. Most places that I've seen or been with him has usually been pretty good.
Yeah.
And it's kind of been in scary places, like when people are in crazy, scary costumes.
He likes scary things. He loves scary things. He's not big on loud things. He's not big on crowds, but nothing really, like only real life things scare him, like vacuum cleaners or spray cans or loud noises. Other than that, things that should scare you don't. Like he loves monsters. He loves horror movies.
Horror.
I feel like
He loves horror movies too.
Hey, don't we all?
that
Sounds like something Jeremy would read.
he's got some bad habits.
2 men and a little lady.
2 girls, 1 cup.
What about you? Sir
Not a lot.
Jonathan?
Working, we're busy time of the year with the holidays and, working a grocery store, which is where I got ideas for baking. I'm having to stock that aisle constantly. So
Do you wear an apron?
no.
You just do it naked?
Yep.
Oh,
Absolutely. Nothing that splatters.
gotcha. Grease on the
Grease on the wheel.
yes. Hot grease that slatters back is
Did see 2 pretty good movies last week too. Well, at this point it'd be a month out, but Violent Night.
been wanting to see that. That
is
looks amazing.
awesome.
Okay.
It's-
I think that's
it's-
going to top a lot of people or like move into that position of best Christmas movie for a lot of people like us.
Yeah, it's John Wick meets Home Alone, and it's awesome. It's got John Leguizamo in it, you know.
Right on.
Louis.
It's pretty good. And then a couple days later, our friend Rob recommended The Menu.
I've
That looks
heard
good,
that's
too.
great.
I wouldn't say great, but I did enjoy it. It was like I was hooked in the beginning, and I got to it like, and just when you think you're about to get bored, boom, you're like, oh shit, some things are happening now. And I recommend both of those movies, by the way. But trying to get back into the cinema, you know,
Bring out
this
a little
year
bit
I
more
haven't
appetizers.
done that. This year, what's that?
I said right in that middle, they kind of bring out a little bit more appetizers for you.
It was actually the fourth serving that they really turned the wheels. They literally list like the first serving, that, you know, whatever. But yeah, I've been trying to get to the cinema more since this year. I've been kind of slacking, and part of that's my schedule. I've been working a lot of 3 to 12 closing
I think
shifts.
part of that is also the membership stuff. That's like the movie pass and all that. That's been
Well, I still have A-list, but I mean, if I go 2 movies a month, it pays for itself. But I get 3 movies a week for so like 12 movies basically a month for $22, and I just don't take advantage. I used to take advantage of it. Like ever since COVID, I feel like I don't take advantage as much. So I went and saw those 2 movies, and then we'll see Avatar this week as well, and maybe I'll watch that. What's it called, Fablemans or whatever, the Steven Spielberg one where he like basically writes about himself, his whole family growing up or whatever. That's getting good reviews too. So I don't know.
I know they're supposed to have an Avatar for every 2 years.
Yeah.
In the next 3 or 4 years.
This one, I haven't heard anything about the story, but everybody's like, oh my God, it's visually, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, how can you be more visually awesome than the first one? Like,
There's just twice
they're
as much.
underwater, I guess.
I think they do different colors.
Yeah. They're underwater as opposed to.
So I remember when the first one came out, and then there were so many people getting into like very depressive nature because they wanted that to be like so. They wanted that to be their life.
Right.
It's like, well, yeah, it is a movie. You got to separate yourself from that. And
famously did not see that movie until this July when they re-released it in theaters. I finally was like, fuck it, I'll see it.
I think that was my very first 3D movie.
Yeah, it was 3D, and we're seeing it in IMAX 3D this week. So I, mean, I feel like
Nice.
that's the way you have to see that movie, especially since that's the way he shot it, basically. I'm not a huge fan of 3D. I don't know about you guys, but I could live without it, honestly.
Same.
I've seen all 3 toys, the first 3 Toy Stories in 3D, and that was kind of cool.
I think it's an experience that most people, I don't want to say should, but should kind of like partake at least
I feel
once
it.
or
Yeah,
so.
once or twice, depending on the movie. You
But
know,
I
some movies are pointless being in 3D, but
For me, I feel I
some
kind of
do it.
bunch myself into like the general public. So most every time I've watched a 3D movie, it's always like the pulling the glasses down, put them back up, pulling them down. It's like, what?
Oh, that's
This is weird. Like you get into the habit
recently,
of it.
I've been watching Home Improvement on Hulu to get like that's my go to sleep show that I've had on, and they had a 3D episode, and I remember that it was like that TGI Friday, that TGIF that night, like all the shows were 3D related or whatever. And it was like, okay, when you see this icon in the corner, it's time to put on your glasses. And I'm like, no, can I just keep them on this whole episode?
You accidentally put on the X-ray glasses and you saw your mom naked, and you're like,
I saw Al Borland naked.
Double.
"Oh, a good neighbor."
His flannel.
Hello, right, Jesus Christ. I didn't know the tip was pierced.
What are you rambling about?
Yeah, other than that, just hanging out. My Eagles are doing good. Fly
Lucky.
Eagles fly.
You had some
What's
flack
that
that you
mean?
want to say about the Chiefs, right?
Yeah, they suck.
Oh, whoops! You heard it first. So
Overrated.
Jeremy's not here, but I can kind of speak on a little bit of his situation. He's been making some pretty awesome masks,
Yeah.
some
yeah,
Jason
he's been
masks.
sharing those on Facebook. Yeah.
Trying to single-handedly bring back the Friday the 13th franchise,
He's
mask by mask.
that's some heavy shoulders right there. I believe in you. Somebody's not believing.
Don't stop breathing. Oh, what do we got on the docket tonight there, bald man?
Well, we got a year in review. That's I don't know how it's gonna last right now, but it might be broken up into 2 segments depending on length and girth. But and then if Jeremy shows up, because he is expected to show up sometime. Right now, he cares about his family and trying to be responsible.
Well, to be
uncle
fair, we
and
are
stuff,
recording on
and
an odd night for.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
It's a Sunday.
But
Behind the scenes, look behind the curtain.
the show must go on. I mean, after this week, I would imagine family's going to get a little bit more
Yeah.
pressing for schedules. Because today is the 18th, December 18th, 2022. It's not the one I
I
wanted
was
to
say you
use,
just
but
randomly hit a button there. I don't even know.
Well,
if
then you
knew what
just
were-
threw away kayfabe.
22. No, well, not
We
really.
throw away kayfabe every time.
We believe it's.
I
20.
made people believe Hanukkah was over and all that shit. Now you're kind
Hey.
of throwing me under the bus.
Hanukkah's not real.
Wow.
Hanukkah.
I bet I could burn your body for 8 days and 8 nights.
No. Even John would
Burn
back
my
me on that.
loins.
John says Hanukkah's not real too, right?
Hanukkah's the sound I make when I get like food stuck in my throat. Hanukkah. That's a stupid joke. I'm just gonna delete that from the podcast.
Okay.
No, I think you need to double it. Put it
Play
on.
it twice.
Put it on loop. Loop it.
That's our new intro.
Hanukkah's not real. Brought to you by John Marshall.
So
Hot
Lonnie is also going to get a little bit personal with us. He's going to show his stuff. So we're going to do a sort of year in review with him. And then John is going to, let's talk about
Christmas.
some Christmas.
So yeah, do you want to talk about that now?
And then I have a game.
And we might do a game.
And since it's the end of the year wrap up, I thought I'd go a little retro on you guys.
What?
Bring back something old school.
What does it mean?
Something special. You'll just have to find out.
We've done it before.
What?
You'll find out.
You're blowing his mind right now. His mind just blew like 3 times in a row.
That's not what I was trying to blow. But
Anyway,
Hello.
'tis the season.
Hello. That podcast do anything for you? Well, that's not all. Stay tuned next week for the continuation of this episode, or whenever these things come out. Later.